Good afternoon. I am Sri Kumar from Happy Claps. I just came across a nice village called Bellanduru. Bellanduru is situated on Marathalli main road and it is slightly inside. And this village is famous for their chariots, rathas, and all kinds of devotees, which they do every year. Since 2 years, they had not done anything, and they have built a beautiful temple, Venkateshwara temple, and you can see it is a new temple, just 5 years old, and it is fully of stone. All the carvings, the pillars, the gods, all superb stones. And the carvings all are done by sculptures from Tamil Nadu. And as you enter this temple, you feel that you are entering Tirumala Tirupati temple, Devasthanam. The architecture, the design, the pillars, the kind of dwajas, this is called dwaja. As you enter the Tirupati, but it is not as big as the Tirumala Tirupati. This is slightly smaller, but design and architecture is the same. And Bellandur was a very small village. And now all the Bellandur people have become very rich because of the IT and software sectors. Most of the Bellandur land has become IT, and as you enter the IT sector, all the people like Shobha developers, Adarsh developers, Mantri developers, all have built beautiful buildings. And I also wanted to see this temple, so I came, but I came little late. I came for the puja, but the main puja was over, and I am not able to see the god Venkateshwara. The Venkateshwara god is the same replica of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. And when I came, I think I was unlucky because there was no current. That's why it was not visible. All right, but God is always there. Trust the God. God will trust you. Faith is very important, and faith is all written. You can't change your faith, but always there is some spirit above you which can guide you, help you, support you, and all things can be done. And puja also was good, and it was the final puja. So we visited the temple, and there are small lights where you cannot see the god only. But it is Venkateshwara, Tirumala, Tirupati, Venkateshwara. Same model, ditto. And you can see these bells. These bells are of made of iron and tambra and copper and all mixed metal, so that the sound that it gives is very loud. And that vibration it gives also is very effective. And inside that there is another small temples, Anjaneya, Hanuman the Great, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama and Hanuman. And I was also explaining regarding these temples and each pillars, and every pillar is carved differently. 2 pillars are not the same. And doing sculptures on stone is very difficult, and still we are so proud. There are people who can carve on stones. In ancient times it was an art. So a lot of people were there carving the Belur, the Halibid and other temples, Hampe and all that. But this temple is just 5 years old, and still we have people who are carving all kinds of gods on the pillars. and I like this elephant because there are two elephants on the either side. It was given a nice cover and a clothing and the headgear. And some of the statues you can see, there are all so many varieties of gods, and you know India has got 1,000 gods, not 1,000 many. And being a Hindu, it is our privilege, and we are also very happy that we have some qualities of life. And I was being explaining in my own voice, but there was a lot of disturbances, so I am giving you a retake and I am giving the voice separately. And there's one more god. Narasimha. Narasimha is a very strong god of Shiva. In the avatar of Shiva, Narasimha came on the earth where he had to fight with the demons, and the demons were all killed. And this is the original temple of Bellanduru, which is 600 years old. That is what I came to know. And this is a small temple. The god, everything is the gods which are kept about 600 years back. And you can see the decoration, the flowers and all this. As I came out, I saw some few chariots, all decorated with flowers. It is all done by jasmine flowers. And jasmine flowers and very nice, all these chariots were of different varieties. And you can see all kinds of toys there, and toys for children. And Bellanduru fair, Bellanduru Jathre antare. Jathre is the correct name because of Kannada. Kannada language alli Jathre. And the god was taken on a round, a procession, to see that village. So this god, chariot, was carried all around this Bellanduru village, and it was brought back to the temple to give the blessings of God to the people. And you can see some of the chariots are so well decorated, and people of Bellanduru are very rich, landlords, so they spend a lot of money on kinds of chariots and decoration. This is also one of the temple of Shiva, Ganapati and their entire family. I know it's not so visible because there was no light, that was one problem. And I was driving back from Bellanduru temple, that is the Venkateshwara temple, on the road. I could see so many chariots. Not one or two, there were more than 20-25 chariots, differently designed, and every chariot was different. And you know, all these were made mostly by jasmine flowers and other flowers. And you can see the decoration, and they were all standard on the road. The entire road was of chariots, different kinds. So every chariot was different. The artistic way people can do to show their love towards God. Bhakti. ದೇವರ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚನೇ ಆಡ್ಬೋದಂತೆ. So that is the slogan. Okay, anyway, I just came out.